The sun peeked over the trees, casting a golden hue across the enchanted forest. The first rays of light danced on the leaves, creating a mesmerizing spectacle that seemed almost magical. It was a beautiful day in the enchanted forest. Birds sang sweet songs, their melodies blending harmoniously with the rustling leaves. The forest was alive with the sounds of nature, a symphony that welcomed the new day. The air smelled like pine needles and wildflowers, a refreshing scent that invigorated the senses. The forest floor was carpeted with a mix of soft moss and vibrant wildflowers, adding splashes of colour to the lush greenery. Leo, as Leo. Good morning, sleepyheads. Leo's voice was cheerful, filled with the excitement of the day ahead. His friends, Emma and Lucas, stirred from their slumber, rubbing their eyes as they greeted the morning. Leo, Emma and Lucas woke up with the sunrise. They stretched and yawned, their faces lighting up with anticipation. Today was not just any day. It was the beginning of a grand adventure. They were excited for their adventure. The trio had been preparing for this moment for weeks, gathering supplies and honing their skills. They knew the journey ahead would be challenging, but their determination was unwavering. It was Merlinus, the wise old wizard, who had spoken. His presence was both comforting and inspiring. Merlinus had guided them through their training, sharing his vast knowledge and wisdom. He had a long white beard and a pointy hat, a classic image of a wizard. His eyes twinkled with a mix of mischief and wisdom, and his voice carried the weight of countless adventures. Merlinus as Merlinus. Are you ready to find the magic keys? His question hung in the air, filled with the promise of mystery and discovery. The magic keys were said to hold immense power, capable of unlocking secrets that could save their world. Children, as Leo, Emma and Lucas, we are! Their voices rang out in unison, filled with confidence and eagerness. They had trained hard for this moment, and they were ready to prove themselves. They were ready to face any danger to save their world. The path ahead was fraught with peril, but their courage and friendship would see them through. They knew that together they could overcome any obstacle. They knew the magic keys were the only way. The keys held the power to restore balance to their world, to bring peace and harmony back to the enchanted forest. With a final look at each other, they set off on their quest, their hearts filled with hope and determination. Merlinus led the children deeper into the forest. The air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers, and the trees seemed to whisper ancient secrets. The children could feel the magic in the air, a tingling sensation that made their hearts race with excitement and curiosity. They met many magical creatures along the way. There were talking animals, mischievous fairies, and grumpy trolls. Each creature had its own unique charm and personality. The talking animals shared stories of the forest, the fairies played tricks and laughed, and the trolls, though grumpy, offered wisdom and guidance, but they were all friendly to Merlinus. The creatures respected him and welcomed the children because of his presence. Merlinus had a way of making everyone feel at ease, and his knowledge of the forest and its inhabitants was unparalleled. Merlinus, as Merlinus, each magic key is guarded by a different creature. These guardians have been chosen for their wisdom, strength, and loyalty. They protect the keys with their lives, ensuring that only those who are truly worthy can obtain them. You must prove yourselves worthy to receive their help. This is not a task to be taken lightly. The guardians will test your courage, your kindness, and your determination. Only by showing your true character will you earn their trust and the keys they protect. The children were nervous but determined. They knew the journey ahead would be challenging, but they were ready to face it. They had come too far to turn back now. Each step they took was filled with resolve and a sense of purpose. They knew they had to be brave and kind to earn the trust of the guardians. Acts of bravery and kindness were not just for show, they had to come from the heart. The guardians could see through any facade, and only genuine actions would be rewarded. They were ready to face any challenge. The forest was full of mysteries and trials, but the children had each other and the guidance of Merlinus. Together, they would navigate the enchanted landscape, meet the guardians, and prove their worthiness. The adventure was just beginning. and the children felt a mix of fear and excitement as they prepared for what lay ahead. Merlinus stopped by a babbling brook. He pointed to a carving on a nearby tree. It showed 3 keys and a dark castle. Merlinus as Merlinus. Long ago, an evil sorcerer stole the magic keys. He locked away all the magic in the world. Leo as Leo, we have to get them back. Merlinus as Merlinus, only the chosen heroes can find the keys and defeat the sorcerer. You are the chosen ones. The first key was hidden in Emerald Lake. The lake shimmered like 1,000 jewels, but its beauty hid a secret. Merlinus as Merlinus. The water nymphs guard this key. They are very protective of their home. You must be respectful. The children stepped carefully onto a lily pad. It wobbled under their weight. They held their breath, hoping not to fall into the water. Suddenly, 3 beautiful creatures rose from the lake. They had long flowing hair and shimmering tails. Their presence was both enchanting and intimidating, as if they were guardians of an ancient secret. The water nymphs had arrived. Their eyes sparkled with curiosity and wisdom, and their movements were as fluid as the water they emerged from.
What brings you to our lake? Their voices echoed like a harmonious melody, blending perfectly with the sounds of nature around them.
Her voice sounded like tinkling bells, delicate yet powerful, resonating through the air and captivating everyone who heard it.
We seek the magic key. Please, we need it to save our world. The plea was heartfelt, and the urgency in their voices was unmistakable.
Emma bowed her head respectfully, understanding the gravity of the situation. She knew that the nymphs held the power to either grant or deny their request. The nymphs whispered to each other. They were considering the children's request. Their whispers were like the rustling of leaves, soft yet filled with meaning. Finally they spoke.
You must prove your worth. Solve our riddle, and the key shall be yours. Their challenge was clear, and the children knew that this was their only chance to obtain the magic key. The children exchanged determined glances. They were ready to face whatever challenge the nymphs presented. They knew that the fate of their world depended on their success. The nymphs presented the riddle, their eyes gleaming with anticipation. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I? The children pondered the riddle, deep in thought. They knew that the answer was crucial, and they couldn't afford to make a mistake. They discussed the riddle among themselves, each offering their own ideas and interpretations. The pressure was immense, but they remained focused and determined. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, they arrived at an answer. With a mixture of hope and fear, they presented their solution to the nymphs. The nymphs listened intently, their expressions unreadable. The children held their breath, waiting for the verdict. Then slowly, the nymphs began to smile. You have answered correctly, they said. The magic key is yours. The children received the magic key with gratitude and relief. They had proven their worth and were now one step closer to saving their world. As they left the lake, holding the magic key, they felt a renewed sense of hope and determination. They knew that their journey was far from over, but they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead.
As the children struggled with the riddle, a dark shadow fell over the lake. A cold wind blew through the trees. A deep voice boomed across the water.
Who dares to disturb the peace of Emerald Lake?
It was Grimbold, the sorcerer's evil minion. He'd come to stop the children from finding the magic keys. His eyes glowed red with malice. The children were scared, but they didn't give up. Lucas, who was very clever, finally solved the riddle. The water nymphs, impressed by their bravery and quick thinking, handed them the first magic key. The key glowed with a warm light. The children had overcome their first obstacle, but Grimbold's sudden appearance was a stark reminder of the dangers that lay ahead. S5, here, take this. You have proven yourselves worthy. Grimbold vanished as quickly as he appeared, leaving a chilling silence in his wake. The children knew they had been lucky this time. They had the first key, but their journey was far from over. The children followed Merlinus, clutching the first magic key tightly. They were more determined than ever to succeed. S1, come. The Tree of Whispers awaits. It holds the clue to the second key. The sun began to set as they journeyed deeper into the enchanted forest. The children knew they had a long way to go, but they were not alone. They had each other, the wisdom of Malinus, and the courage to face any challenge. The fate of their world rested on their small shoulders.
We can do this together.
Yeah, we've come this far. Let's keep going.
Their quest for the magic keys had just begun.